after I picked up my Bernette B38, because I think I said 37 in another video that I filmed. It is the 38 Yaya Han Edition from Bernette. Finally picked it up from the Atlanta Sewing Center in Duluth and brought it home. So now I finally get to unbox it because we finally made space in the cosplay room. So it's not completely clean, but it's cleaner. That means I get to break out the new toys. Fun thing about the box, I learned the other day that if you scan the QR code, it does take you to the page on Bernette's website that tells you all about the machine. So I thought that that was fun because I didn't know what that QR code was going to tell you, but it just says that. And then on the top of the box, there's also a video tutorial QR code, which I didn't know about because I obviously just opened it. First thing out of the box is got the Yaya Han little patterning on it with a lotus flower, but it is a pair of Bernette fabric shears and snips, and then also an ergonomic seam ripper. When I originally bought this, I did not realize that it was going to come with bonus things, but it's always fun to get new ones. So more scissors, you never have enough. Then the accessories pouch comes with some spool stands, some needles, so a couple of different needles that looks like they are, it's the hardest part is you can never read what needle it is. 75 and a 90-14, and then a double thread needle, which is always nice. So that was nifty. I've never had one like that. So one that has dual needles. So perfect little starting kit. I am hoping, as all needles and machines, that you can pretty much interchange needles. So you can buy some different ones. So the ones I used to have for my brother machine will still hopefully work. A little screwdriver, because you can never find a screwdriver that's exactly the size that you need to undo things. And then some additional feet, some bobbins, and things like that. So, and of course, a little brush to clean your machine. All good things, all good things. There is another accessories kit. So Yaya Han, specifically when making the machine, from what I've seen, was very specific about some of the feet she wanted to include in the packaging. So this is a set of presser feet. So it is a walking foot, and then you have some additional feet as well, and then some bobbins. So from what I watched when Yaya Han used her B38 to make a new costume in one of her recent videos, she mentioned that about 99% of the time she keeps a presser foot on her machine, so she wanted to make sure that she included it with everyone's machine. Foam out. Additionally, it does have an extended table, which is always great when you are doing long fabric pieces. I could have definitely used that when making my Ren Fair outfit this last time, because sometimes you just need some additional space to make sure your fabric doesn't lean, especially when you're doing bulky or like lots of layers. The user manual, always important, because not everything works exactly the same. A little Yaya Han. I think it is a cap for the wheel, extension cord. Okay, I think that's everything. So the moment we've all been waiting for, the actual machine, which it does come with a house, which is good. So a dust cover, and then, if I can get it out of here, oh good, this one has a handle, the actual machine. So she's beautiful, she's purple. Yaya Han, of course, has a wonderful taste in colors. But yeah. So, got the foot and the machine. And then, of course, if we wanted to represent Yaya Han with her pink silicone grip. So we've been playing around with it for a few minutes now, and I've just been trying to figure out the basics of the machine, like threading, understanding what some of the different buttons do, understanding how the bobbin threading works. But one thing that I noticed that is a huge contrast to the Brother CP100X is the fact that this section right here on the machine, which if I was probably more skilled, I would know and could probably figure out what it's called. But a lot of times it's where your seam guides are. So this one specifically has not only angled seam guides. So if I was, needing to sew something at a 45-degree angle, it's already got that built in. But it also has a lot of different seam guides, which the Brother does have these guidelines, but this one's completely metal except for your bobbin casing, which is really great for things like this, which are magnetic seam guides. So if I want a 1-inch seam allowance or a 1-inch seam, I can just place that here, and now this isn't going anywhere, and I just need to make sure my fabric aligns here when sewing to evenly space stuff out into 1 inch. So like if it's from this seam, I would go from there, put my foot down, and know as long as my fabric is touching, I've got a 1 inch from that. Where the Brother, if we scoot on over to the Brother machine, does have some metal on the seam allowances. It obviously doesn't go as far, so like it has a 1 inch and a 5/8 inch, and it has some millimeters in there, but it doesn't necessarily hold if I wanted a 1 inch. It's gonna take my measuring guide and move it around. So that has been a really problem for me since I started sewing on the Brother on my own, because I really like having these as a guide. Just feels like it keeps me a little bit more clean when I'm sewing, and with this machine, I don't get it as much. But now I've moved back into a machine that has a full metal guide, so I can use it now, which is a really fun thing for me. Others may not feel like that's necessary, but for myself, I think it's really great to have, so that's awesome. What's in here? I opened a drawer and found a buttonhole attachment. It's really great. The Brother also does have a storage hole or storage unit, but it doesn't, as you can see, it comes all the way off. This one's nice because it is actually a drawer rather than just a little thing. So that's where they were storing your buttonhole. I think this has a lot of hidden components, which is really fun and exciting. One of the other ones is the fact that this comes with a drawer that you can keep a little stitch guide in. So it kind of walks you through the different modes on the machine, because this one does have different modes, like mode 1, which is this folder 1, which is mode here, does all of these standard stitches. So I can change between a lightning bolt stitch, a zigzag stitch, and of course there's also your regular single stitch and then 3, which is what we've been playing around with so far. But then this is mode 2, and it explains all the different ones in mode 2 as well. So it's got some buttonhole attachments and other things, and then it obviously goes into mode 3, which you can change that, and then it goes into more decorative stitching. I think these hearts are really cute. And then mode 4 is an alphabet, where apparently it'll just make some alphabet letters for you, and then additional alphabet letters, and also Cyrillic letters as well. And then of course it teaches you how to do your bobbin winding and bobbin threading, and also how to thread your machine. I know that that's, especially for beginner sewers and intermediate sewers like myself, I can tend to forget how to use my machine when I haven't touched it in a while. So having something that's just a little quick guide where I don't have to search through everything to find what that is or try and look it up online is really interesting and great. So far, it's been really great to use the machine. So I'm gonna keep playing around, and I guess the next few things that we'll probably show you, we'll see what those are.
I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow, and it's on the flow. I'm letting go. It's you.
I think that has to be one of my favorite features, is it cuts the thread for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
A little lightning bolt stitch. So, like I said, playing around with it, I started making a project that is partially going to be some Christmas presents. It's a little cat tote bag that's being made out of denim, which is also a little bit of a stretch denim rather than a regular denim. So you can see it's coming along quite well. Some things that I have really been enjoying about my B38 is one thing is there is a tension for the presser foot. So when I was getting to some of these heavier duty folds in the fabric where I was doing some pleats, I obviously am just sewing straight through it, and that can be really hard to get through multiple layers of heavy and thick fabric. And so by changing the pressure of the presser foot, I was able to actually glide over those pretty seamlessly, which is really nice. It is also a very smooth machine. I think what adds to that is the fact that in contrast to the Brother CP100X that has 4 little feet on the end that has silicone foots, this one has 6, and they're spaced out pretty evenly from the bottom, so it doesn't shift around as much, which adds to really smooth seam lines, which is really cool as well. Another feature that I really love is that it will automatically stop. So a lot of times when you come to the end of a stitch, you want to go back and forth to kind of close off that stitch so that when you cut it, it doesn't fray or come unraveled. So this one not only will actually do that stitch for you, so you don't have to do a reverse if you don't want to. There is a reverse button if you wanted to, but it also will pre-cut your thread, so you don't have to pull your whole project out and then cut it with the thread cutter that's on the side, which it does still have, but it'll cut it for you right there, so you don't have all of those excess strings that you're always kind of dealing with when you're doing big projects. So all in all, I think that this machine is going to be really great. You do not need a heavy duty machine like this by any means to do costumes. A lot of people start off hand stitching. A lot of people do hot glue guns. I mean, I've seen a lot of people put together costumes. I've put together costumes with hot glue, and the Brother machine is definitely an entry machine, and I learned all of my sewing so far on this machine. It is not just for sewing, but also for quilting, so it does do a little bit more than what's needed as well. But this machine is definitely a step up, so I think when you are ready to kind of take up and go into the next step of your sewing or your cosplaying, it's a really great thing to kind of move up in regards of tools as well. So I know a lot of projects I have coming up in the next year are gonna have some finer fabrics, some thicker fabrics, and so I know that I was gonna need a heavier duty machine in order to really make those wishes come true, because as I've seen over the last year doing some of these bigger projects on the Brother, it wasn't super easy and I had to do a lot of unstitching, and the seam ripper is definitely when all hell breaks loose. So hopefully I will have to be using the seam ripper as much with this machine. It's been really fun, really great, and hopefully you'll stick around, subscribe, and see what we'll end up making next. I'll make sure to include in the thumbnail the final project look of this little kitty cat bag, so you guys will at least see the final product, and I'll also post it to my Instagram and put it in the stories of different projects that are there. So head on over to Instagram as well if you haven't yet followed us there. See you next time, Stardust.